You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. What's up, y'all? It's time for Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name's Kel. That's Marcus.
Hey.
That's Jessica.
We're in person. How about that?
Band's back together.
I know. Reunited, and I'm actually here this time. There's no fill-in.
You know,
Shout out to Nate, though.
You know what's cool, though, y'all, since I've been in town?
What?
The weather's been so nice up here.
It has, but
It's been
don't
great.
speak on it anymore.
You've been lucky.
It'll turn to 60 degrees and raining
In a hurry.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Couldn't quite. Oh, my nails do not allow me to snap.
I watched you do that yesterday when you was trying to get the attention of the dogs and you were like a snap on the outside. What the hell are you doing?
It's hard because okay, anyway.
Dude, it hurts. Damn.
Yeah.
So we got a pretty interesting email. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. I know Jess is going to find it so disrespectful.
Probably. I don't want to be offended. I'm already offended.
When I know it's bad is when Marcus goes, nice. That's when I know it's really bad. So let's read this. It goes, I've been with my fiance for almost 2 years. We have a kid together. She got pregnant early in the relationship. As a black man, I've always been with black women, and I've envisioned myself marrying a black woman. My fiance wants to set a date, but I'm on the fence mainly because she's not black. How do I approach this?
You got her pregnant. So obviously you like a little cream in your coffee. So you might as well just run with it and do a white chocolate mocha and call it a day. Not a big deal.
What do you think, True?
And that's fucked up for even questioning whether or not you should marry somebody. Sorry. Love is love. However, you should have thought about that ahead of time.
To be honest, never too late, right? Never too late to back out of a situation, put your foot down, do something for you and not just jump into something. I feel like that might be more dangerous for everybody, for the kids, for the wife, potentially for him to be uncomfortable, to not be happy, to always have this resentment. I don't got my Nubian queen, so I got to settle for this. And so I don't know if he's feeling pressure maybe from friends or family or whatever, but sometimes you got to go with your gut. It's not a popular opinion, but
that's what I mean.
You're talking about marriage here, though. And if we're all going to be honest, I think you referred to this a couple shows ago. Like if you want to get out of a relationship, do these things first.
Take these steps.
Take these steps before you cheat, before you do this and do that. If you're not feeling it and it's not your thing, then don't do it and save everybody the heartache. That's a tough ass decision to make, though. But that's the mature, grown up.
I don't think you do that. The fact that he decided to
sleeping with somebody doesn't mean
right. Did he propose to her?
Yeah, I think the proposal was more of him trying to do the right thing.
Is this his fucking first go round? Is he like 16? What?
Wait a minute.
He's trying to do the
pressure
right
when it comes to marriage and
that's what I'm saying. Is he getting the outside pressure about having a white wife? Because he very well may really love this woman deep down.
Probably does.
But because of outside pressure, and depending upon where he lives, because, different cultures and different areas, it might be not unacceptable, but it might be frowned upon a little bit, or he might be getting a little bit of a, like, what the fuck type thing. And so, I don't know. He's right. He does have to consider, especially if he's in an environment where people are like, nah, we ain't feeling her. He needs to really think about that.
It's just a gut thing. And you go with your gut.
But if you love this person, who gives a fuck? Who really gives a fuck?
I mean, but he said he's always envisioned himself marrying a black woman.
Okay, but everybody doesn't do what they've envisioned, right?
The thing is that I don't think that necessarily is like outside pressure. That's just, it sounds like it's just what he's always wanted. My thing is if you've always envisioned yourself with a black girl, then why are you having sex unprotected sex and shooting up the club.
Hell, let's not play newborn.
We all know.
Let's not play newborn.
No, I'm just.
The clarity comes afterwards.
I know.
So,
I know post nut clarity. I know, but
so
I'm just saying though, like
You didn't have that though.
I don't know though. It's like
I was always clear.
You got it.
I was doing.
Okay.
You got a kid with somebody, and I don't know.
That don't mean you got to marry him. No, it's 2023, and for him, it sounds like to me that he does love this woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's stuck in between, right? Okay, I've been dreaming about this since I was a kid. The white picket fence, and then I got my black girl there. And
those two things don't go together.
but life throws you curveballs and all types of stuff happens. So you just have to be able to get out of your own head. And it sounds like to me he's really in his head. If he loves this woman and she treats him well, and I will say this, nothing against my black women, but
don't.
No.
There already.
All women are different, but be careful what you ask for. This woman, it could be great to you, and just because she's not black, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I don't know if I want to do this, and then you may, okay, I'm gonna go over here and do this, and it's not a good situation for you.
The grass isn't always greener, but I mean, black women, we're pretty fucking excellent. I'd like to say so myself, but he always envisioned himself. Well, I have envisioned plenty of things that have not quite worked out for me. And you grow, you evolve. Yeah, you envision yourself with a black woman, but maybe not. Like, maybe it's not meant for you to be with a black woman, no matter how much you envision yourself being with one. And so, did I got something in my eye?
What did you envision? No, like, am I not tall enough, or what's?
No, I'm not tall enough. I envision some personal shit, and I'm like, well, you know what? Let's pivot, because that shit ain't gonna work.
What if he fetishized white women? What if his thing was he just liked having sex and like
that's okay,
fetishizing white women, but then it was like, I always wanted a black girl.
Well, then you go get one. I don't get it. It's really simple. I don't know. You go get one, but then we were kind of. Oh, I got a little something in my eye.
You good?
Always. I don't know. It's really interesting, just kind of the dynamics with black men and white women and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. We were just at a gathering. Should I say this? About how they were talking about how they're getting militant on their white wives. And that's the risk you take when you marry one, right? You don't all of a sudden, wake up, get woke, and then be like, hey, bitch, you need to fall in line, or all this kind of stuff. Should we say? No, I don't want to put them on blast, because it's a friend, and he was like, yeah, I begin militant on my wife.
I don't think it matters.
But here's the thing.
What?
It doesn't matter.
No, because here's the thing, though, is what that has to do with is cultural differences.
There is.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's fine, though. That's
okay.
Cultural
differences like that, and you're trying to get someone to learn a different way and a different, as a guy, like, that may get a little frustrating. But at the same time, like you said, you got to know what the fuck you got yourself into. So if you want those changes and want this person from a different culture to understand you, you got to be a little more patient.
Right. And you
it's a learning curve too. Yeah, right.
Understand, right?
Some stuff, right? Yeah.
Right.
Some stuff will just never be understood, and
you can relate, but you can't understand, right? Or be in the shoes, which is okay. That's life, and that's where we're at now in the Americas.
Right.
Right.
And another example is my brother. My brother he liked to, dabble with. I don't want to say anything. He liked snowflakes, and he liked to play in the winter and shit like that, right? And
damn, what?
The slopes.
Snow, huh?
He played
Taking
in
me
the snow, right?
He played in the cocaine.
He played in the powder, okay? And he said that why he was dating this girl, and one day he just realized culturally we don't have a lot in common. All these girls that I have been dating, right? I'm realizing that they don't get the joke. I can't talk to them about certain issues because they don't understand. And he was like, I just can't connect with them like I thought I could. And I'm not kidding, he made an active decision to stop dating white women.
It works for him.
He did, and there is nothing wrong with him. He's not racist. He's not prejudiced. It just kind of is what it is. And so just for guys that are like, I love me some white women, but, I really don't want to be with one, or they don't understand. Well, you know what? You have a choice. You always have a choice. And my brother made a decision to stop it. Sounds like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's weird. You know what? Fuck it. It's his story, right? It's not a bad thing at all. It was his choice, and it was the best decision for him because of what he was looking for in a partner. And he couldn't find it in white women, right?
There's
that.
There's black women listening to this right now like, that's right. They ain't gonna be stealing no more of our men.
I've been thinking about that because it is a big thing. But I think the reason why black women have a problem is because we're degraded in the process. Like, if you guys weren't walking around talking shit about us, calling us welfare, low, broke, this, that, she has an attitude, blah, blah, blah. I will never forget a person that I used to deal with, and her ex-husband at this point. They had gotten into an argument, and he told her, if I wanted to hear so much lip, I would have married a black woman. And that is the problem. And that is why we have the issue. And I turned to my friend and I said, what does that make you look like when he's saying something like that? What does that say about you? Who are you to him? Right? You can't even speak up for yourself. So I think that's where black women get upset. Some black men literally turn their noses up at us like we have, I don't know, like we've done something wrong. And I also think it's even deeper than that. I think it's, how they grew up. If they grew up, single parent, all these kinds of things. I know some people that are trying to get away from the way their black mom raised them. So they go the opposite direction, which I understand. I completely understand. But then everybody has to understand why black women are like, we're tired of black men going to white women. It's like something is wrong with us. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being black, being a black woman. Nothing. Don't ever forget that. So.
Agree, 100%.
I agree with that.
There's always two sides to every story.
Right.
And when you talk about the black women, and what they go through, I tend to always want to speak up for the black men's side of things as well. Not that we're not degraded and
we are the most
deep
degraded
down as much as black women, but when it comes to even that way that black women view us, you're not enough, you too broke, you're too weak, and you're this and that. And sometimes for some, it may just feel easier not to have to deal with that. It don't make you weak. It's just a preference. So it's like
we're saying you guys aren't shit, but we're still
at least road of resistance.
We're still dating
Well,
and marrying you.
You don't always want to
guys.
hear that shit though. So it is a back and forth. It is a thing in the black culture in general, just to be separated and to pin each other against one another, right? So should we be coming together more?
Absolutely.
Not just in relationships, but just in general, yeah. But there's a large part of the system that works against us every day.
Right. And there's a large part of the system and just how the whole history that I think if you date somebody white, you will be more accepted. As a black man, you will have mixed
That's what you
babies.
think.
And you will have fair-skinned babies with curly hair, and you don't have to worry about being talked about because of your color or your hair texture. I mean, there is so many levels. This is not every black man, but I'm assuming it's a lot of them.
Question. What about the black man?
Not true.
And
What's not true?
Well, you say it's a lot of black men, but we're in the Northwest, so
It's a lot of black men in the Pacific Northwest. You go down south, you do not see that pretty much at all.
Though, but I think that's an unfair statement.
What's an unfair statement?
That a lot of black men do this. Yeah, but
Is it a blanket statement?
there's a lot of them that don't.
Okay.
Which don't make it right or wrong.
I will take that back. Not a lot of black men, but up here in the Pacific Northwest, there is a lot of that.
To take it back to the gentleman from the email, if he is dating this white girl and maybe he's in an area that is predominantly white, his choices may be slim when it comes to black women, right? So if you want to date a white girl, cool, but don't be fair though.
Right.
I think he's being somewhat unfair. You date her, you woo her, you get her
Unprotected sex.
all nice
You
and
know what's
ready.
what's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
and they've been doing the thing, and things have been great, probably. But now that it's getting hot and heavy, and the walls start to close in a little bit, and he asked her, I believe, to get married, or I forgot.
yeah, they're engaged.
Right, yeah. So he asked her, natural to get cold feet. So this could be a piece of that, but be fair, be open, and be honest. And if you're really not feeling it, that's the best thing you could do is get out now.
But don't go, I've always envisioned myself, because that's like
talking
a
himself up.
dream and like a, that kind of stuff. But
Talking himself up so he can.
visions change. Your vision is not your reality, right? And
It should be.
it's not always like that, especially visions. I've always envisioned myself with a black woman. Okay, but that's not your reality, okay? You're with this white woman. You asked her to marry you. You clearly...
Loves him. To death.
Well, we don't know that either. But he loves her.
He didn't say there was nothing wrong with her. He just said she's white.
Well, then... But then in the next breath, when he says that, it makes it seem like there's something wrong with her.
That she's white.
But there's nothing wrong with her. And you just need to... If you love her, marry her. If you don't. But don't not marry her because of your past visions. Like, stop.
I have a question, you guys. Think this guy, he needs to do some soul searching
Back to the email.
and maybe figure himself out a little bit? Because this excuse of, well, I've always envisioned myself with the black woman, but I decided to get the white girl pregnant. It seems like kind of a lame excuse.
It's weird, actually. It's weird to hear you ask somebody to marry you and then say, well, I've always envisioned my... You did not. Be quiet. Like I said, your reality is not what you envisioned, and you need to work with that, accept it, and go on and marry
Here's what's fucked up, though.
your girl.
I think we forgot this part. If he tells her this, hey, this is how I feel. I've always da-da-da-da. This is and this is how women think. This is women.
Tell us, Kel.
Yep, I'm gonna tell you exactly how. And this is
Tell us how
this
we
is a blanket statement.
Okay.
If you think like this, it's so I'm good enough to fuck and get pregnant, but I'm not good enough to be your wife.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
His answer should be yes. So to that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
If he's being honest and you want to have an honest conversation, say yeah. Yeah. That's man.
That's
Yeah.
not right.
Man, look at her.
Say something like that.
Look
He
dead
would
in
do
her
that.
eyes
Dead
and be
in-
like, yeah, I'm not sorry, but you asked the question. Yes.
Shit.
If that's how he's feeling.
Hey, you're a real one, Marcus.
Honesty is the
That's
best
just
policy.
being honest as fuck. Yeah, that's being honest as fuck. Wow. I
don't make the rules.
So were you never a guy that thought about trying to protect the woman's heart?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I've always been a nice guy. I've never been like an asshole or.
But when it comes to the relation.
I don't think he understood. I don't think he ever been in a relationship that he was really in love with somebody. Because if he was, he would have protected.
A few parts.
He would
I
have
had to
protected some
learn
hearts.
my emotions. I didn't really know what, my emotions were. I didn't have those figured out until way later. So, you know.
Athletes, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
No, that plays a part.
I mean, it was just one of those things. Just being a man that's not mature in his feelings. I wasn't there. And
At least you like recognize it.
right. And I didn't know about my feelings, so how was I supposed to protect
That's a good point.
somebody else's?
Right. I think didn't I tell you I loved you first?
It's irrelevant. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter.
I think I was at a concert.
I chased
I
you.
was pregnant and
You said you love
I was
me.
pregnant and we weren't even saying I love you or anything like that. And I was at
Allegedly.
Muckleshoot or something like
I don't
that,
know if
seeing
I remember.
Elvis impersonator with my friend. And
I wasn't there. That's a great.
you weren't there.
Oh, yeah,
And
but
we were on the
no.
phone and I believe I said I love you first. And I'm
Did it go
not
radio
sure
silent,
he
or-
said it back.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he said it back.
TV fuzz.
I wasn't.
There you go, trying to paint me
Sorry.
as.
I think I had to ask him. Do you love me? I don't know.
So what do
I
you
love
guys,
you,
what do you guys think this guy should do? Should he just be honest, take your route, Marcus, and just like slit her throat and be like, "Hey, look, the poom poom was great. We got a kid, but I can't marry."
Nah, that's bad advice. But if she asked him and like is trying to be slick about it, yeah, you can give her that one and that'll shut her up. But if he's being honest, he got to be honest with himself, right? Do some soul searching.
like you
Just
said.
because you have a black woman, that doesn't mean that's your soulmate or
Right.
that's gonna be a better situation than what you got now. So really take your time and try to get this thing figured out. And you could be honest and maybe say you're not quite ready for marriage.
That's what I was going to
That'll
say.
buy you some time.
He can tell her that he just doesn't want to get married, that he is not ready. And that is like,
You niggas is coming up for lies for this dude.
Mm-hmm.
he's not ready to get married. If he doesn't want to marry her, he's not ready. So I would just kind of take those steps towards
Buy yourself some time.
towards
Yeah, get yourself
the
a little
door.
time.
Damn.
right? I don't know. It's hard. And again, I am all for marrying whoever you want.
Disclaimer. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, because I will fuck somebody up if they get in these comments and say some stupid ass shit.
Oh, it's coming.
I don't.
Anyway.
But I'm all for people marrying who they want to marry. But if you are questioning whether you should marry that person, well, then maybe you should just not even.
It's normal. That's natural, though, to kind of be.
If you're questioning marrying them because
Unsure,
of
and
their race, right?
That might be natural, too.
You go to what you identify with. And that's the other thing as humans is like,
No.
we have identifiers. We do. We have identifiers. It's a tribal thing.
So
a
you
natural-
guys identify with Caucasians, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, if we want to break down slavery and how, a lot of our people were raped and a lot of us are mixed, then I mean,
Well, yeah, right.
what I'm saying is that it's a tribal thing. It goes back to the beginning of time. Like you stick to your tribe. And so like you go to what you identify with. That's why Asians be with Asians, Hispanics be with Hispanics.
Yeah, that is true. But we are one of the only cultures that goes every other way, but with our
You
own.
know why? Because we live in America,
It's well,
which at the end of the day is a melting pot, which we've had our culture stripped from us.
that's what I'm saying. It goes back to slavery, and we've been pinned against each other,
Exactly.
and
We don't got a home to go back to.
we don't have
We
shit.
are orphans out here. So, but if you go over to China, the Chinese are with the Japanese. The Japanese
Even
with the
here,
Japanese.
though, and then
Filipinos with the Filipinos. Like,
everybody pretty much sticks together. Everybody pretty much stays in their cultural lane. But
yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit more
Now.
in certain areas, right? But
No, you're right.
and we're the only ones like, yeah, we're gonna get something better, something different. I don't want.
Why
my
you think
own
that
people.
is, though? That's
I'm telling. A lot of it is
Right.
society. We get such a bad rap.
plan.
Black women get a bad rap. Black men get a bad rap. Why would you want to be with somebody that has been coined a welfare queen from way back in the day, from
No, too, though, is
a woman that just wants to have babies and doesn't want to work. And
that's the thing, though.
it's like, damn.
That's just lack of education on your own culture, because not all black women are like that.
Right, but that's what's
That's what we've been painted to be like. Just like all you guys are fucking.
As a black man, like, that knows my community, I know not all black women.
That's
are like
what's
that.
sensationalized.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you have any common sense, you know that not everybody is all one thing.
put out in pop culture and media and movies and stuff like that.
You know,
And it's on purpose,
like,
right?
for me,
So,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen some fine ass white girls. I done seen some fine ass Asian girls. I done seen some fine ass Hispanic girls. You like what you like.
and in the Northwest, most dudes, for the most part, are, you know, they don't discriminate, or that's what we tell ourselves, right?
But wait. You do describe. That's what I'm saying. That was my point. You like who you like. You love who you love. You marry who you marry. But again, my problem is how we are degraded
Right.
so badly by black men. And then we watch them go marry white women. And it's like, God damn, what is wrong with us? Again, nothing.
I don't know, though. Y'all must be doing something wrong if we decide to go to the woman that can't season no chicken. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking.
You guys
just talking bullshit.
You guys fit in better when you have women that can't season chicken. You'll be more accepted that way.
You can keep some seasoning in your pocket, and maybe
Right.
just turn it back, and
Hey, man, that's $2,500 less you got to spend on getting a wig redone every month.
I'm just telling you. You're canceled.
You're the reason.
Nelson Chili on Orleans hates all black women.
Kelly's the reason.
It's a joke. I'm kidding. This is a good episode, though. I hope this dude figures it out, though. But I honestly think, though, like, this is like a very stupid excuse. Like,
Give himself some time.
yeah, he needs
It's
to like.
weird.
I just think he's getting cold feet. It's tough.
Yeah, and he's trying to find an excuse, dude. Like, and
That's not a good excuse, though. I've always been fish on myself.
I've never been a person to be like, oh, well, you need to get married because it's for the kids. But maybe your kid deserves that. Your kid deserves to have one. I feel like every kid deserves at least to have an experience of having their mom and their dad together in the same house, married or not married, but just together.
If they're happy.
Yeah, and seeing the family unit. I'm all about keeping the family unit together.
Oh my God, you're so
Family
old
unit
school.
could be
So
a terrible situation, though.
that's so nuclear
Okay.
family.
So let's not force marriage just for the sake of
Right.
you're keeping that together, because that could be a terrible situation. What does more harm?
It could fuck
to
your
the
kids up,
child.
and they will repeat the same cycle.
But it's like you guys said, if the situation's good.
Right.
If the situation's good, then don't fuck up a good thing if you got a good thing going.
Right.
Right.
Just because you're in your own head. Truly unruly, y'all. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name's Skel. Remember, you can listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. Remember to like, review, subscribe. That will help us out a lot. And follow us on Instagram, trulyunruly_podcast. You can follow us on TikTok, Truly Unruly Podcast on the TikTok. You can catch us every Sunday on Converge. What am I missing? Oh, and then search us on YouTube to catch the visual. Just search Truly Unruly. What's up, Jess?
And you can listen on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. You can listen on YouTube too, because now there is a
Right,
YouTube
right.
podcast. So just search Truly Unruly Podcast on the YouTube podcast and pull us right on up. So I think that's it. This was fun, guys. It's good seeing y'all.
Welcome back to
Welcome back.
I know. You're
I'm leaving. I'm not staying. Till next time, y'all. Peace and much love.